Hello, this is yours truly, Charles Prosper, your consistency success coach. And in this installment, I want to talk about why consistency matters more than motivation. You see, a lot of us believe that we need motivation to succeed. That's why the motivational seminar leaders are so popular. People are under the illusion that they need to be infused with fire and motivation through the words and ideas of others in order to move forward. Well, anytime we embark upon a new project, there's a certain energy and enthusiasm of the newness of anything that we start. When we start, everything is fresh, everything is new, everything is full of enthusiasm, and we feel that this feeling of motivation and enthusiasm is going to last in the long haul. Well, the news is that it doesn't work like that. For example, you decide on New Year's Day, with all of the good intentions in your heart, that you want to go to the gym and get in great shape. Because of the newness and the freshness of the idea, there's a lot of motivation in getting started. So you start. And usually, if you're depending upon motivation to be the means that will take you to the ultimate destination, I can say to you that you will usually find yourself very disappointed, because over the long haul, motivation fades, dissipates, and goes away. Because motivation is an emotion. And like all emotions, they come and they go. They rise and they fall. And motivation is no different than any other emotion that enters and passes through you. You see, there comes a time when, in the long haul, you need to be disciplined to do certain things in a certain way every day, even when you don't feel like doing it. And this discipline is the driving force of the consistency that is absolutely necessary for you to succeed. Because consistency is not a feeling. Consistency is a discipline, a decision to do what is necessary no matter how you feel in the moment, because you have the clarity of the importance of why it is that you need to do what you need to do. So, what I am saying is that you cannot depend upon the newness and the freshness and the optimistic vision of when you start something with lots of hope and motivation. Because in the long run, there will be days when you will wake up and you may not feel like doing the consistent thing that you need to do. Because consistency requires clarity and the understanding of the why it is that you're doing what you need to do. Consistency is a daily repeated decision to do whatever it is that you need to do day after day after day. And the power of consistency is not in any one thing that you do on a certain day, which may be a simple act. Consistency gains its power over the accumulation of the repeated actions that you do day after day after day. If there are 1,000 steps that lead to the top of a mountain, every time you step, that step is a simple act. But every step counts as you are moving up toward the top of your goal. So, consistency is a decision to move forward no matter what. You do what you need to do, you do what you understand that it is necessary to do, and you refuse to abandon the process. So, when motivation subsides, and it will, you need to have the backup plan. And the backup plan, I am telling you, is the clarity and the decision to move forward no matter what. And this is what you get when you decide to be consistent. Not everyone is willing to decide to be consistent on a daily basis, even when they don't feel like it. This requires something that's exceptional in an individual, and it is not seen, I would say, in probably 95% of the population. But just because the majority does not see the necessity of doing a certain thing that is absolutely essential to be successful has nothing to say about you. You do not have to be a card carrying member of the 95% of those who do not achieve their goals. You have to make the decision to be amongst the 5% who decide on a daily basis that they will be consistent in doing certain simple things repeatedly every day, day after day, as you move closer and closer to your goal. In many cases, there is nothing glorious about doing a task that needs to be done on a daily basis. But the glory comes over time as a result of the accumulation of these repeated steps, which is where the magic and the power appears. So, in summary, I want to say to you that do not depend upon motivation to carry you over the long haul. The only thing that will carry you over the long haul and get you to your destination of achieving the goal that you have decided that is most important to you is through the decisive power of consistency to do certain things in a certain way every day, regardless of how you feel or regardless of whatever the mood it is that is saying to you that today is not important, that we can do it tomorrow. Remember, moods are not your friends. You have to decide who you will become and what you will achieve based on the consistency to move forward day after day after day. So, in closing, I want to say to you that consistency is not what you do once, it is what you refuse to abandon. This has been yours truly, Charles Prosper, your consistency success coach, wishing you, as always, to remain consistent and to be successful.